It is time to get uplifted. I'm Allison Seymour. And February, of course, is Black History Month, a time to honor the rich contributions that Black Americans have made to this country and continue to make to shape the nation. Icons in history like Harriet Tubman, who guided the enslaved to freedom between 1850 and 1860, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks, who both fought for racial equality during the civil rights era. And in modern times, President Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, so many more, who became symbols for many of us, reminding us to chase our dreams. But of course, we know the list doesn't begin or end there. And in honor of Black History Month, we are spending this episode of Get Uplifted spotlighting African Americans right here in the DMV who are lifting others up, creating opportunity, and helping to make our area a place we're proud to call home. And we want to start by checking in with a young woman that we just adore, helping dozens of young people in the DMV feel confident in their own skin. Chelsea Chambers' list of accomplishments, it just keeps on growing. Just last month, she was crowned Miss Bethesda 2026, and she also serves as the fundraising chair for Howard University's Best Buddies chapter, and as also the social media coordinator for Howard University's DMV Club. And of course, you remember Chelsea when she joined us on Get Uplifted last year, right after winning Miss DC Teen USA, to talk about why she is competing in pageants.
A lot of times the little girls say, oh my God, it's a princess, but I really want them to know that they can be here too. That's really why I'm here as a Black woman. It's so important that young girls, especially in the district, see themselves in my shoes. And so it's such an amazing experience. I get to go to schools, and having them run up to me and give me a hug really makes my day.
Right, don't you just love her? And Chelsea is back now. I'm sorry, it's the mom in me, but I'm like all grown up right now. To catch us up on what she's been working on and to talk about her latest title win. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So Miss Bethesda, now, what was it like being called with this other title as well? When your name was called, what was that feeling?
It was so much excitement. The Miss America opportunity pours into young women within scholarship, within sisterhood. So being able to be a part of that organization as Miss Bethesda meant a lot to me. It's important for me to go out into my community and show young girls it's important for us to be at the forefront of our communities, reaching for scholarship and reaching for sisterhood as well.
Absolutely. Now, we always say that, of course, you know, I always say little girls love big girls, and like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And pageant girlies, and just sitting here so poised, intelligent, and gorgeous. What do you think that when a little girl or a younger lady sees you and that feeling, how important is that when you know you're connecting?
Yeah. It's so important just to connect with young women across the DMV, of course. It makes me feel inspired. They inspire me to continue with my goals, continue with my passions, which is why with my community service initiative under the Miss America opportunity, I want to create a mentorship program for young girls because they pour into me just as much as I'm able to pour into them. So it really warms my heart.
So it's the confidence for me, it's the eloquence for me when I speak with you. Where does that come from? Is that just something that you always had, or did you nurture that?
Not at all. It's something that I nurtured. I started out being very shy. I did not want to speak in front of cameras, in front of people. And then because of pageantry, I've been able to hone in on those skills, interview skills, being able to talk one-on-one. I've never had to prep for a job interview because pageants have helped me do that just well. Being able to be Miss Bethesda, I'm able to connect with people and reach those goals.
I love it. Now, another layer of this as Black women, and it never changes at my age to your age, there is also an extra layer, I believe, of responsibility. How do you manage that? Because sometimes it's difficult, you know, but you always kind of have to remember that here are the ancestors holding you up too. So how do you balance all that? How does it come into play, especially this Black History Month? Can you speak to that?
Yes. Well, for one, a planner. I have to write everything down and I have to be organized, but also having people to uplift me is very important. Having a good community behind me, especially my mom, she's super supportive and making sure that I'm staying on top of everything, but also telling me to take a pause for myself. We have to make sure we're nurturing our mental health as well. So even though we're super busy, we have to make sure that we're taking time for ourselves.
You're student at Howard. I know you're busy doing that. You're juggling all these different things. We talked about some of your organizations. What's next for you?
So I'm actually competing at the Miss Maryland competition in June in Hagerstown, Maryland at the gorgeous historic Maryland Theater. So that's where I'm headed next. Lots of prep on the way, and I'm excited to hopefully come back with some good news for you.
Please do. You know, you always have a seat right here.
Thank you.
You always do, and it's always good to see you. Thank you so much. Continued success to you. Now let's introduce you to a couple more young adults in the district who know a thing or two about glamour and the world of theater. You may have heard of the musical Dreamgirls. Of course you have. The iconic show celebrates Motown-era Black musical talent and the rise of fictional 1960s Black female trio, heavily inspired by the Supremes. Well, back in May, our Leslie Foster caught up with students at KIPP Legacy College Prep in Southeast DC involved in the school's production of Dreamgirls.
At KIPP Legacy College Prep, it's opening night for Dreamgirls. But for these young performers, the show started long before the curtain rises.
Our heart, souls go into these plays.
Yeah, it's fun, but you know, it's real work that's put behind it, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, you know. We always have our fun moments and funny times, but you always gotta get serious, and you know, it takes a lot of work.
Stephen Phillips is taking his first leap into theater, and already he's stealing scenes. He and dozens of classmates have poured themselves into this production for months.
Dreamgirls is a story about a girl group. One of the main characters, Effie, she goes like this. She's on a journey to find herself again after being heartbroken and betrayed.
But towards the end, everybody kind of gets reconciled and back together and one again.
But while the story may be fiction, for some, the passion on stage is deeply personal.
We've actually been practicing since November, so we've had well enough time to perfect our craft.
For many of these students, it's their first taste of theater, and they're discovering something powerful in the process.
This is my second year actually being in a play, and especially having a big role like this. I actually really learned about how much I like acting, how much I love singing, and how much I like being on stage and in the bright lights.
This show is a deep story about love, about heartache, about struggle, about family. I just want you to really immerse yourself in the show. Just feel everything. If you want to cry, let it out. If you want to laugh, let it out. Just enjoy yourself. The Dreamgirls were entertainers, so we're here to entertain you.
Thank you and good night.
Hold.
Directed by Ebony Thayer Lewis, the production is also a lesson in Black music history and creative empowerment, and it's changing lives, one performance at a time.
I grew up on this watching like with my mom, and Effie was literally me, so to play her is really an honor.
For 2 days, these students will sing, dance, and act their hearts out. But no matter what, they've already won something bigger than applause.
Let's spend a little longer highlighting one of our local creatives and a businesswoman too, transforming the DMV's art scene. Dominique Gregory opened a rug tufting studio. It's called Toughen Up Studio and Social in the Hyattsville Arts District after falling in love with the art of rug making. But what makes this story even more powerful? It's one of resilience. Before opening up her store, she hosted pop-up tufting experiences across the DMV, giving people the chance to tap into their creativity and feel the magic of making something by hand. And Dominique and Dante Booker are with us in studio, joining us to talk about how the workshops Toughen Up offer, what they offer, and how they are helping other artists find their own communities. I'm so glad both of you could be with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I must admit, in all my years, this is a shop and a whole experience I was not familiar with. Can you tell us about the studio?
Yes, ma'am. So as you mentioned, we are located in Hyattsville, Maryland. We're a rug tufting studio, and we also rent our studio to other creators to host their own workshops and private events.
And Dante, like, why? I had to ask Dominique. Now, do I say rug tufting? Right?
Yeah.
Why rug tufting for you? What is it about it?
It's therapy. When you had a long day at work, the kids are stressing you out, life is getting you down. When you come into the shop and you just start drilling into this rug, all your problems go away.
Really? It's doing something. It's okay.
It's very therapeutic, yes.
You're going to show us a little bit, but let's just talk, though, about, Dominique, you started doing these pop-up shops and all of this. When did it change into, like, you know what, I'm doing this. We're doing this full time.
It was really almost immediately. So I took my first rug tufting workshop in May of 2022, and I enjoyed the craft so much that I immediately got on my, because I was in Atlanta at the time, so I got on my phone like, hey, I never heard of this craft. I want to bring the idea back home if it doesn't exist.
Now, what year was this?
2022.
This was just the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So I immediately went into planning mode and started the business. Yes.
And that is one of the things, because I happen to know, like, maybe you're not an expert in this already, but everybody can pick it up. Would you say that, Dante?
Absolutely. After your first time, you become an expert.
Right,
There
right.
we go.
All
Yes.
right. And these are some, because I don't want to not, talk about some of these beautiful creations that are here. So this is, let me just, because it's Black History Month. Is it okay if I can just pick it up? So this is a rug that this looks like something that I'm buying at, let me keep it real, I'm going to TJ Maxx, but it was at a different store for much more before. And this is something that was made by hand.
By hand. And this actually is a community rug.
Okay.
It was made at a Juneteenth festival amongst like over 50 participants who was curious about what we were doing.
Yes.
They walked up to the table and they got some hands-on experience, and that's the finished product.
I mean, this is the real deal.
It's quality, right?
You're walking away with it. Okay, so when you come into the studio and the social space, what's going to happen? Walk me through it, y'all.
Sure. So once you come to the studio, once you book, you already upload your image. So that way we can already have it traced for you upon coming into the studio. After that, you have over 30 to 40 colors to choose from. You'll pick your yarn, and then we'll go into the safety and demo of rug tufting, because of course 99% of our customers is their first time ever tufting. So Dante is going to demonstrate how that is.
Okay.
So first things first, when it comes to tufting, you must start at the bottom and go straight up. So you have to apply pressure, which is what Dante is doing. You're going to turn the gun on, because right now it's all for safety, and then you're going to pull that trigger and go straight up the canvas.
I see how it can be super therapeutic.
Yes.
It reminds me of my grandmother's old sewing machine.
Exactly.
Right?
And a lot of people that take our workshops, they instantly say, oh, this reminds me of a sewing machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how long would something like that take to become
This is
a
our
creation?
medium frame, and it takes up to 3 hours.
Okay. So how do we get in touch with you? How do we book space
Sure.
and come and see you?
Yeah, so you'll visit our website, which is toughenupstudioandsocial.com.
Okay.
Here is the logo and the name. And once you go to our website, you will then go to booking, and then you'll book your workshop from there.
Okay. And you said other creatives can come in and use the space as well?
Yes. So we're big on community. We're big on giving other people the opportunity, because we know how it once felt to be mobile.
Right.
And just the constant struggle of finding out where we're going to host a pop-up and if it's affordable, especially for a small upcoming business.
Sure.
So we rent a portion of our 2,000 square foot studio to other creators.
Okay. And where in Hyattsville? Give us the address in case.
5122 Baltimore Avenue,
All
Suite
right.
205.
Oh, I love to see young business people.
Yes.
Dante Dominique, thank you so much. Okay. Now, I don't know who's going to get this rug afterwards, but it does say USA 9, so hit me up.
Well, actually, before we go.
Oh, you have something already? Oh, we already did? Okay, come on, before
We
and
have
after.
a finished
Oh,
product.
this is beautiful.
So when you leave out of the studio, you will go home with your final product same day.
I love it.
Yes.
And got the colors and everything.
Exactly. We was
Yeah,
proactive.
thank you. Thank you to both of you.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you for having us.
Isn't it pretty? Looking for a place for your kiddos to play and learn? Coming up, the masterminds behind an indoor play place in Waldorf, Maryland. Join us with how their space is making a mark on our kids. Welcome back in. Well, if you have little ones at home and you're looking for a place where they can play, make new friends, maybe even learn a thing or two along the way, we've got a great spot to tell you all about. Husband and wife team Dorothea and Robert Frazier Jr. opened up UDLC Play Place. It's in Waldorf, Maryland. After spending about 40 years in education and federal service, respectfully, their indoor play center is designed for children aged 6 months to 10 years old with hands-on activities activities that encourage creativity, movement, social skills, all in a space built with families in mind. And the Frasers join us now to talk about why they opened up UDLC Play Place and how they are creating a joyful space for families in the community. Welcome into both of you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, if you had said that you were a congresswoman and a congressman, respectfully, I would have said okay. But you all are in the business of, just raising up or making kids feel at home when they're away from home. Tell us about this space that you've created.
Okay, Play Place actually was created because I have an in-home daycare.
Okay.
And it has 61 students on my wait list. So actually,
wow.
I was actually trying to open up another daycare,
okay.
a larger space, but couldn't find anything in my price range.
Right.
So I said, let's do a Play Place. This way all children can come to a Play Place versus the daycare.
So now, what is the difference? Tell me about the difference when kids come in.
Well, when kids come in, they are able to play for 2 hours, and they can go to various play places. We have a marketplace. We also have Doe's Bakery. We also have ice cream shop.
Oh, cute.
So we named everything after our grandchildren and our children.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have Zoe's hair salon. Then we have Zaria. She has her apartment, and then we have the two youngest grandsons, Jewels and Hendrix. One is a fire station. The other one is a veterinarian shop.
Right.
Then we have Rod and Chrissy Diner.
So how big, like I'm just picturing, I know we were showing some video, how big is this space? Like when I'm feeling like I want to go and play myself.
It's large enough for children to play for 2 hours and not get bored.
Really?
But it's small enough where a parent can come in, have a seat, and they can see every part of the space.
Right.
Also, it's large enough for parents to come in and interact with their children.
That is so special.
Yes.
So
It really
now
is.
you made the switch from the federal workforce and education. Am I correct in that? Okay. What's this life like? This seems like a whole nother life.
It's another life, but we love it. We love it. In 2019, I left PG County school system, and I opened up my own in-home daycare. Did that, and I'm still doing that now.
Okay.
So, and he runs the Play Place during the week. So I have the daycare during the week, and he's running UDLC Play Place.
Okay.
And on the weekends, that's my job, job. So
what a joyful job.
it is. I love it.
Job.
We love it. We
Right.
wouldn't trade it for anything.
I can
It's
tell.
really
I can
good.
feel that energy. Tell me about what the parents say to you about when the kids leave and their experience. What's the feedback been, I suppose?
We've been getting an awesome amount of positive feedback from the parents who come in, and they also love the fact that we pride ourselves in great customer service, along with a safe environment, and also we emphasize cleaning. So they really love the fact that they can come a pretty close distance to our property.
Yeah. Now, you know what I love about it too? It seems to me that you're going to inspire these young people to wherever they go, even if it's owning their own ice cream shop or whatever, because they're getting that little hands-on experience right
definitely,
now.
definitely.
So, what do you think the kids get out of it?
They love it. Sometimes they're crying. I feel so bad because they don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I wish we could do longer, but 2 hours I feel is really enough time. But the children love it. They love it. They build. They're pretending. They're putting on aprons, and they love it. They get to dress up. We have all the little princesses, and they get to put
all of it.
Yes,
right.
they
so
love
do
it.
you have birthday parties too?
Yes, definitely. Birthday parties are huge
so
for us.
before we let you go, can you tell the viewers like how they get in touch with you during that space, and if they want to like book some time with the facility? How do you do that?
They can go online, www.udlcplayplace.com.
Okay.
They can also find us on Instagram at UDLC Play Place. They also can come walk in at 1143 Berry Road in Waldorf, Maryland. Berry Patch is where we're located.
Okay.
And we also
even the name is cute, Berry Patch.
Berry Patch,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Yep.
This is Dorothea and Robert Fraser of UDLC Play Place. Thank you so much. Continue
Thank you
to
for
make people
having us.
happy.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Let's turn now to the district, an after-school program called Life Pieces to Masterpieces. It's helping boys and young men transform their lives. Our Lorenzo Hall stopped by the program back in November in the midst of the government shutdown.
This is how the school day ends for dozens of boys in D.C. They get dropped off for yet another lesson in Northeast. For 9-year-old Jace Wood, his first assignment is all about leadership. On this day, Jace is responsible for making sure some of the other students are on the right course and prepared for the evening ahead, which includes sharing some of his own advice.
Don't just mind your business, maybe.
Mind your business? What do you get from that lesson?
Like, if it's not including you and they not talking about you, just mind your business.
Jace takes care of business before he gets changed and settled into class.
What's up, guys? It's like a very fun program. It helps you like get through tough times.
Since he was 3 years old, Jace has been part of the after-school program Life Pieces to Masterpieces, primarily serving black boys and young men in D.C.'s Ward 7 and 8. Jace says this is his safe space because home is too dangerous.
I get scared and I run to my mom's room because I don't know what's happening. And like, I just be scared because people just like be shooting all around. It's like hard for us like to like relax and stuff.
While violent crime continues to drop overall in D.C., Ward 7 and 8 continue to see the worst of it, with more than half of the city's homicides happening in those neighborhoods this year. The deaths, mostly young black men, a problem for decades.
Accidentally.
Yeah, good.
Good job. That's why Mary Brown helped start Life Pieces to Masterpieces nearly 30 years ago to protect black boys and help them prosper.
Others may see, ooh, who is this walking through the door? And we see that singer, we see that drummer, we see that scientist. And then we go to work.
This is more than an after-school program. Students learn to express themselves freely through art, from singing and sewing to painting and performing. Jay says because of this program, he loves being on stage. It's his escape from the world.
When I'm frustrated, and when it's time to go on stage, I just calm down, breathe in, breathe out.
This is where the real stories unfold. Call it the diary room. Here, every student pours their truth onto canvas, a masterpiece born from raw emotion and perspective. Some paint stories of hope, others heartbreak.
Our guys just have to pick up their cell phone and they see images of themselves that's not true to their brilliance and their greatness. And so we're like that mirror to say, you see, baby, see how beautiful you are? You see how strong you are? You see how magnificent you are?
Life Pieces to Masterpieces started with just 7 students. Today, there are more than 130. A lifeline for so many and free thanks to multiple grants, including from DC's Attorney General, who calls it essential and effective at preventing youth crime. Brown says these days the problem isn't just crime, it's cash. With the government shutdown, job losses, and shrinking nonprofit funds, they are fighting to stay focused.
We kind of just like pop our collar, adjust our neck, shake it off, and proceed.
That's a good lesson for everybody.
Absolutely.
Staying focused on what matters so young men like Jace can feel the love and continue to thrive.
And some African kids, they don't take care of you, but this African, they take care of you.
Holistic practices can also transform our lives for the better. Ginger Mayer owns the shop Ginger's Roots in Laurel, Maryland. And many of you probably already know the shop because she has about 40,000 followers on Instagram. Ginger's Roots has just about everything to make you feel good, including herbs, tea blends, extracts, oils, candles, and wellness-designed workshops. And Ginger joins me now in studio to talk more about how she is making many of us feel like our best selves. And can I just tell you, it even smells so good right here. Welcome to Get Uplifted. I'm so happy you're with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So tell me, how did you get involved in this whole world of really it's like self-care and good nutrition and good vibes. How did you get involved in it?
It's probably it was a long journey. Yeah. It started for me around 2008. I would say for most of my adulthood, I had a lot of ailments, eczema, chronic respiratory issues, obesity, depression. I was dealing with a lot of things, and I was frustrated because I was being told that medications and surgeries were my only options.
Okay.
And I just got tired of it, and I started doing research into naturopathic medicine, and then I started taking on some of these remedies and noticed incremental changes in my own health.
Right.
It was slow, but my eczema cleared up. I was breathing better. I was feeling better. And then I had kids, and I wanted to incorporate herbs into their lives. And that's honestly where the business started, and it was accidental. I was trying to incorporate sea moss, which is one of our most popular products, into their diet, and they were like, "Mom, I'm not eating that goop."
Yeah, because some of it.
Right?
Some of it, right?
And so, moms, we're good at hiding food in like good food and other foods that we know our kids will eat. So I blended the sea moss with fresh fruit and dates and honey and dehydrated it, and turned it into a fruit roll-up. And I put it in their school lunches.
Come on, Ginger, that's amazing. Okay.
So that's how it started. I put it in their school lunches. I started getting calls from other parents and other community members. And they were like, well, what else do you make? And then before I knew it, I was like, the word had spread, and I was like, okay, Ginger, this is no longer a hobby. This is like a calling.
Yes, that somebody's tapping on your shoulder saying, do this.
And hard, too.
Yes.
So I kind of doubled down. I went back to school, got my master's in clinical herbalism. And then in 2020, we moved out of my home kitchen into a brick and mortar.
That's
and
incredible.
Here we are.
So you took that leap then. First of all, because I know owning a small business is not easy. I understand that. Oh, the pandemic. Here comes the pandemic.
The pandemic, and that was terrifying because I had just signed this lease, and they were shutting everything down, and we're in this small office park, and my business is going up because people are looking for options. For their remedy, for their symptoms, and
because the pandemic,
and there were no options.
Right. So here you are.
And one of our products, our Oxymol, was one of our top-selling products because it helped relieve some of the fire that people were feeling in their lungs during that time. And so that's really it was a sad time, but it showed me that people really were hungry for this type of information, and it kind of gave me momentum to keep going.
Sure, right. Okay, because you were feeling that need in an impactful way. What do customers say about your shop and just that are? I know you have a lot of repeat customers too.
Yes.
What do they say that the impact has been?
They love that we're here because when people walk into the store, they're like, I didn't even know you were here.
Right.
We needed something like this in Laurel. And they love that we sell a huge variety of products, but that we also do workshops. So we teach people how to make these same products that we sell.
And you also do some of this online too, right?
We do this online. Okay. I post on Instagram as much as I can. And I just want people to feel not intimidated to use herbs into their diet and to know that they can start with what they have in their homes. A lot of times we have these spices in our cabinets and they may not know the healing properties that they can offer, especially when it comes to chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure. I brought some of the top sellers, which is the Oxymol that I mentioned, which is a garlic and ginger apple cider vinegar blend with star anise pods, and it helps reduce the intensity of colds before they progress into something worse.
Perfect.
I also brought the fruit roll-ups, which got us on the map, and I brought you some samples.
Okay, excellent.
And then we have a variety of teas that we pre-blend for everything like sleep issues, circulatory issues, prostate health for men. All the common ailments that we suffer with, or our friends or family members suffer with, and then we also make some really nice infused honeys with like hibiscus and cinnamon and cloves. So we've got it all.
Just you being here makes me happy. I feel healthy already. All right, this is Ginger Maya. The shop is called Ginger's Roots in Laurel, Maryland. Give us the address real quick.
The address is 927 Fairlawn Avenue. We're in the Laurel Shopping Center.
Okay.
And you can also find us online at gingersroots.com.
That's probably the easier way to do it. Okay. All righty. And with that, we say thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Get Uplifted. And if you want more, you can watch my Get Uplifted stream right here on WUSA 9 Plus and get your daily dose of Get Uplifted on WUSA 9 mornings. Stay uplifted.